Welcome, Seeker. If you found your way here, it's probably because you're on a path of your own. So today, we're going to journey down that path together. We're diving deep into the architecture of the self and the cosmos itself, all based on some absolutely fascinating source material.
But let's start with something that gets right to the heart of the inner struggle, right? What if that weight you carry, you know the one I'm talking about, that feeling of guilt? What if it's all just a phantom chain, a shadow, and you're the one holding the key?
So, the first stage of this journey, it's all internal. It's about breaking those chains of guilt, shattering the mental shackles that hold us back.
And this is where we find the first key. My will is the law. Now, hold on. This isn't about just doing whatever you want, ego-driven chaos. Not at all. It's presented as the key to liberation. The idea is that the only real fault is denying your true self. That guilt you feel? From this point of view, it's just a shadow, something cast by what everyone else expects of you.
Okay, so it's absolutely crucial to understand what will means here. We're not talking about, wanting a new phone or a raise. That's just desire. True will is something much deeper. It's your unique purpose. Think of it like your own personal orbit in the cosmos. It's the path that you and only you are meant to follow. And the whole point of this journey is to find that path and stick to it. And this line just says it all, doesn't it? Every man and every woman is a star. I mean, think about that. Does a star ever apologize for shining? Does it get stressed out about being too bright? Of course not. It just is. It burns. And the idea here is that that's your nature too, to move in your own orbit, shining with your own unique light, no apologies needed. All right, so we've started with the self. Now let's expand our view, because once you start to shift your inner world, the outer world, the entire cosmos starts to look very, very different.
So the next time you look up at the night sky, try to see it differently. It's not just a bunch of random dots in a black void. The idea here is that you're looking at a language, a kind of sacred geometry, a divine blueprint for existence, etched right there on the canvas of the heavens.
And this really gets to the core of it, that ancient Hermetic principle, as above, so below. The universe isn't some thing out there, totally separate from you. No, it's a mirror. It's reflecting your own inner structure, your own divine spark, right back at you. So, okay, what exactly do we see in this cosmic mirror? Well, according to the source material, the vision starts to come into focus like this. First, you see the diamonds. The stars aren't just lonely fireballs, they're nodes, connection points in a huge crystalline, energetic web that links everything together. Then, as your focus sharpens, you start to see movement within that lattice. You see this flux, this flow of what are called rhomboli. Think of them as the dynamic forces, the constant push and pull. It's the eternal dance of creation and destruction, happening everywhere all at once. And then, finally, the full picture comes into view. The true background of reality is revealed as an infinite field of pyramids. Their bases are here, in our material world, but their peaks are the stars, and they're all pointing up, striving towards something higher, toward the infinite. But here's the really profound part. These pyramids, they can be one of two things. Is this cosmic field a garden, just bursting with realized potential? Or is it a graveyard, filled with monuments to dreams that were never chased? And the answer to that? Well, it comes right back to you, and whether or not you're living out your true will. Okay, so if the universe has this incredible, intricate structure, and we're a part of it, how in the world do you navigate that? Well, like any good explorer, you're going to need a map. And that map is the Kabbalistic tree of life. Now, I want you to just forget any dry academic diagram you might have seen before. The way it's presented here is so much more alive. Think of it as a radiant fountain, just gushing with divine energy, a living, breathing system. And this energy, it cascades down through 10 different spheres, or Sephiroth. Now, we could spend years on this map, so let's just do a quick flyby, okay? It all starts at the very top with Kether, the crown. That's the pure, singular source. From there, the energy flows down through stages like wisdom and understanding, hitting key points of balance like mercy and severity, until it finds this perfect harmony in the center at Tifereth, which means beauty. And it all lands, finally, down here with us in Malkuth, the kingdom, our physical reality.
So, here's the most important part, the real takeaway. The Tree of Life isn't just a map of the universe out there, it's also a map of you. It's a blueprint for your own soul. Every single one of these qualities, mercy, strength, beauty, all of them, they exist inside you right now. They're just waiting for you to tap into them, to awaken and balance them.
Okay, so we have our map. But for those who really want to keep going, we have to ask, what's beyond the map? What's off the edge of the chart? Now we're really pushing into the deep end, right to the very boundaries of what we can even think about. And it's maybe the biggest question of all. What lies beyond the one? I mean, if Kether, the crown, is the very first spark of creation, where did it come from? What was there before the beginning? So let's trace it backwards. We start with Kether, the one. It's that first point, the singularity that everything we know explodes from. But even calling it the one is a kind of limitation, right? It's a thing. And a thing has to come from, well, something that isn't a thing. And that's where we get to An Sof Ar, the limitless light. Now, don't just picture a bright light. Think of it more like an endless, unbounded ocean of pure being, pure potential. It's the raw stuff, the undifferentiated energy that the one, Kether, first emerges from. And if we go back one more step, beyond even the limitless light, we arrive at Ein, nothingness. But, and this is key, it's not an empty void, not at all. It's a state so far beyond our comprehension that nothing is the only word we have for it. It's the ultimate mystery, the total absence of everything that is, but it contains the potential for everything that could ever be. And that brings us all the way back around, full circle. After staring into the absolute source of everything, you have to ask, so what? How does all this cosmic, mind-bending stuff actually help me in my day-to-day life? How do we master our own inner universe? And this is the practical application right here. It really comes down to a choice between two paths. The path of the weak is to repress your urges, to just try and stomp them out. But the path of the strong, that's about transmutation. The idea is that your desires, your anger, all those things you might call vices, they're not evil. They're just raw energy. They're fuel. And the goal isn't to get rid of the fuel. It's to grab the steering wheel, harness that power, and point it in the direction of your true will. And so we end up right back where we started, but now hopefully with a totally new perspective. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. See, it's not a simple permission slip to just party and be selfish. It's the ultimate challenge. It's a command, really, to do the hard work of discovering your true purpose, your true will, and then to have the courage to live it out with everything you've got, completely, authentically, and without a single apology. That is the seeker's path.